Добър вечер на тези, които вече са се присъединили към днешната ни среща. Благодаря ви, че сме заедно. Докато изчакваме и останалите да се включат, ще се възползвам от времето да се представя. Аз съм Илана Спилкова, за тези, които не ме познават, и съм от Агенция за образование в чужбина Skylines. Като официален представител на Istituto Europeo di Design за България, ние ще ви съдействаме напълно безплатно при избор на програма, при избор на кампус и подготовка на всички документи за кандидатстване, естествено. Фокусът на тази среща ще бъде кандидат-студентския процес, съжалявам, и активната стипендия на института в момента, от която все още можете да се възползвате до 15 ноември. Презентацията, която ще имаме днес, ще бъде водена от Стефано, който е регионален менеджер на института. За тези от вас, които са присъствали на изложението ни Study in Italy, вече сигурно го познават. И ако имате въпроси, ще се радвам да ги задавате в чат секцията, за да бъдем сигурни, че на всеки един от вас е отговорено индивидуално или по време на самата среща. Благодаря ви още веднъж. Стефано, it's your turn. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Joanna, and thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm going to share my screen, so please let me know if you can see it.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, and is it moving, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So thank you again for being here. And so the goal of today is to give you a general presentation of IED, Istituto Europeo di Design, and to talk more about our scholarship competition. Before opening the floor for your questions. Unfortunately, we cannot see you, but feel free to write any comment or any doubt you might have on the chat. I was in Sofia attending the Skylines Fair last month, so maybe I already had the opportunity to talk directly with you, or maybe you attended the presentation I had during the fair. So sorry if you will be seeing some stuff you already saw, but feel free to ask any questions you might have. So Yet, Istituto Europeo di Design, as you might hear from the name, is truly Italian uh, school with an Italian DNA, which was born up in the 60s in Milan. So the goal of the school was to create the school to provide local industries with creative talents that were missing at the time. And that proved to be a success. And so it's more than 50 years that we've been working in the research and training fields in all creative areas, from fashion to design to visual arts to communication and management. As said, the first campus was established in Milan, but then we expanded and now we are an international network. We have 6 different schools in Italy, as you can see in the main cities of the country, 3 in Spain, in Barcelona, Madrid, and Bilbao, and also 2 in Brazil. In most of these schools, we offer courses in English, specifically in Italy and in Spain, which are fully accredited by the ministries of education in both countries. But regardless where you study, we follow the same teaching methodology in all the schools we have, in all course typologies we offer. We are a very practical school where classes have around 20, 24 students maximum. And in this way, we can follow students in a very intimate way. So there is a strong interaction between students and also between students and professors. And another key advantage of the school is that all professors are professionals. So all of them are designers themselves, or they work in the design world. So we have professors who are journalists, photographers, artisans, working and living the design profession every day. And for us, it's extremely important because design is something changing so rapidly every day. So we need someone living that environment every day. And in this way, they can share their own experience, what they live every day in their daily job directly with students. So we think this is a very good combination also to let students gain working experience while they're still at school. Schools, all the schools we have are located in the city centers of the cities we're in. So we don't provide accommodation inside the school, just to anticipate one common question. But of course, we support you in finding a place to stay during your time in IED. But inside the school, you will find all the facilities you need to carry on your project. So we have laboratories for all the disciplines we teach, from dark rooms for photographers to fashion labs to jewelry design laboratories. And all these facilities are open for students, and students can also use them for extracurricular activities. In all labs, there's always a coordinator, a person with years of experience in that field who is willing to help students in perfecting their project. And companies and institutions are also at the base of our teaching methodology because we work a lot on real projects for real clients. This is because we have a strong connection with companies because first of all our professors are professionals and so they represent their studios or the companies, but we also have been developing relationships with many different companies and institutions in all the cities we're in. And we cooperate with these entities for projects during the curriculum, for thesis projects, and also for extracurricular activities that students can take part in. And also, again, it's a very good advantage of being a design school because we have projects, transversal projects, where students work together with students of different disciplines, working together in a way that simulates what students will find in the real world after the graduation. And this is just to give you a very brief example of the set of companies we've been cooperating with in last years. And as you can see, the companies are quite diversified, from product companies to services, fashion, automotive, and so on. Speaking about what kind of courses we offer, we have a wide range of courses, and being an international network, the academic offering can be quite overwhelming. So feel free to ask any questions to me or to Joanna if you have doubts. But just to give you a general overview, of course, we cannot offer all the courses in all the cities. But speaking about typologies, we start from summer courses in June, July, which are 2 or 3 week courses to give students a general overview of a specific area of design. Of course, we cannot teach you anything about that field, but it's a good way to understand if you like the area, if you like our teaching methodology, and eventually to enroll in a longer course. Longer courses, which are foundation years, which last for 1 year, both in Spain and in Italy, and then official undergraduate courses or master's degree. For this, we prepared a poll. So maybe Joanna, if you can launch it, we are going to ask you which kind of course typology are you interested in, just to understand a little bit about the audience and who we are speaking to. We give you some seconds to reply to the poll. And then we can move to the second part, which is about the international scholarship competition. So as you might know, we are in the middle, almost at the end of the scholarship competitions for undergraduate, foundation, and semester and academic year programs. In total, we have 56 scholarships available for programs in both Italy and in Spain. And before going further, telling you more about how to prepare the project, how to submit it, I'm going to ask you with another poll if you already submitted your scholarship project. because we launched it in at the beginning of October. So I'm sure that some of you, they are still working on it maybe, but some of you already submitted. So again, just to understand in which phase you are right now.
Okay, I'm ending the course typology poll,
Okay, thank you,
and
because
I
I
will
cannot see you.
share the
So
results. Okay, so 89% are for undergraduate, one for master, and one for short program. So 17 students are interested in the undergraduate courses. Okay,
okay.
I'm launching the other poll.
Okay, so this is interesting, and I just want to let the other two students know that this scholarship competition is dedicated for undergraduate students. But in all over the years, we also have promotions and scholarship opportunities for master's programs and summer courses. So feel free to reach out to me and Joanna to know more on how to apply to these kind of scholarships. Okay, so do we have the results of the second poll?
I'm waiting a few more seconds
Sure.
just to wait for the others to answer, and I will share the results. Okay. So 17 of the students did not already submitted, and one student already submitted their scholarship project.
Okay, okay, that's great. So good luck with the one who already submitted the project. And for the others, we are going now to talk more about on how to participate in the competition. So scholarships are for most of the courses we offer, both in Italy and in Spain. Here you can see all the courses touched by the scholarship competition in Italy, clustered by the area. So as you might know, we offer courses in many different areas, starting from communication. For example, we have a course in communication design where you learn how to develop and manage a communication strategy for a brand. Then we have the design school, which includes courses in interior design, product design, and transportation design. Fashion, which is one of the biggest area for our courses, where we have like technical courses like fashion design, where students learn how to make their own clothes, their own collection, or courses related to fashion, but from a more from a more marketing or communication point of view, like fashion studies, fashion marketing, or fashion business also in Spain. And then the visual arts area, where we offer courses in graphic design and photography. And here we have also the list of courses related to the scholarship competition in Madrid, Barcelona, and Bilbao, with the same areas we just mentioned. And of course, if you are interested in studying in Spanish, we also have some options in Spain. And about semester and academic years, maybe you don't know much about it, but these are like special programs lasting one semester or 2 semesters, and so 2 semesters together they become an academic year in total. Some of them they are programs included in an existing program, and some of them are dedicated like standalone programs where students study especially interior or fashion design. But of course, these are shorter programs so we have less time, and so the level of knowledge, of course, is not comparable to an undergraduate degree. So these scholarships cover 50% of the tuition fees, and the best students will get these 50% of the tuition fees for the first year. But there's also the possibility to replicate the scholarship for the second, third, and fourth year, eventually in Spain, if certain grades are maintained. So we usually, especially in Italy, we give for any course a maximum of 30 points for each subject, and if students maintain on average of at least 28 out 30, the scholarships can be maintained also for the following years. To participate to the scholarship, maybe you've already seen it, and I'm sure that Joanna gave her support in this. So we'll go very quickly on this part, but of course you need to register on our website and to upload some documents, which are a motivational letter, a copy of your passport or the ID certificate, and the project itself. So we are going to talk about the project in a second, but talking about the motivational letter, because we usually receive some questions on how and what to include in the letter. It's your personal presentation. So you need to write who you are, why you want to apply for the course you are applying, and and um, and also the reasons why you want to study with us in Italy or in Spain. It's your personal presentation, so you can list any relevant experience you had in the past, and that's pretty much it. There's no like fixed format for it, but try to be concise, like one page and a half maximum. And about the project itself, will be the project itself will be evaluated according to these criteria. So with evaluating the coherence with the context and the brief, how clear the message that the candidate and the student wants to convey, and also the originality. Originality because, yeah, so the deadline is November 15th. So you still have like kind of a week to prepare and submit the project. So try to be on time because we cannot accept any applications sent after this date. And about the project. So the brief, this year's brief is to describe yourself creatively. Maybe some of you already participated in the webinar, the official webinar we had to present this competition. So maybe you will be listening to stuff you already know. But the point is that this year the project is about you. You need to find a way to describe yourself in an original and creative way, but the project and the main topic of it must be you. So you need to find a way to let the jury understand who you are, what are your passions, and why you want to study in Italy and Spain. You can use any kind of means you want. And of course, because the project is about you, you should stick to the techniques or the softwares you are more capable of using it. So for example, if you cannot use Photoshop, don't force yourself in using Photoshop only for this project. And if you like I don't know, drawing or sketching, do that and include that in the scholarship competition. There is no wrong or right. You just need to find your personal way to do it, and to be concise again. So for any, like, this is true also when preparing your portfolio or an external project, try to understand first what kind of message you want to convey. Give your project a general title, and find a common thread for the project in terms of message you want to conceive, in terms of aesthetics. So decide a kind of color palette, style, also a font, and all these elements must be linked together and must be coherent. One technique you can use to start your project is to sit down at first, because the question we are asking you is quite philosophical, if you want. But of course, you need to reflect on yourself, on who you are, what do you like, what are your passions, and so on. So one useful technique can be to sit down, relax, and to think about all this stuff and put them down in a piece of paper. And then in a second moment, you select all the best keywords that best represent yourself. These are only a few examples of it. And then starting from these keywords, you try to translate these keywords into a graphical representation. Trust me, because this is the most difficult part, of course. I know that the practical part can require some time, but the overall research and reflection before the actual part is a very important and time consuming part. And this is also, if you like to finish and before opening the floor for your questions, the same thing that happens with any kind of project we do at our school, because before launching ourselves in a new project, students need to reflect and to study, analyze a lot, like the market, the clients, the context. In this case is yourself. You need to study yourself at first. And then only when you have an overall picture, you have full details about who you're working on, what kind of context you are working in, and then you start your project. So I will not take further time on it, so that we can open the discussion. So again, we cannot see you, but we can read your questions on the chat.
Thank you, Stefano, for the great presentation and the information. Сега, който има някакви допълнителни въпроси, които иска да обсъдим, моля, напишете ги в чата, за да можем подробно да ви отговорим. Ако имате някакви въпроси относно документите за кандидатстване, за стипендията. Okay, so we have our first question. How should we present our project? Presentation style or just finished work without process? Thank you. This is from Veronica.
Yeah, thank you, Veronica, for your question. On the regulations of the competition, you will see like the technical part. So we have the maximum size of the file you need to upload to the portal, but we like to receive the project in a single PDF file, where you put together both the works and the project, and also an explanation of it. So you can insert some text to express something about yourself or something about the project you are showing. Because again, just to link with what I said so far, you are talking about yourself, but maybe you are going to talk about yourself through a passion of yours. So for example, you love cars, and so you put a lot of sketches of cars in your project, because those sketches and the passion for automobiles represents you. And so in this case, for example, this is a very basic example. You can put some text to explain where your passion comes from, and why you want to study that specific discipline.
Veronica, if you, I will start in Bulgarian, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Вероника, надявам се това да е отговорът на въпроса, който търсиш. Ако не, нали, можем да обясним нещо друго, което те интересува, ако не ти е станало ясно. Nicole, we have another question from Nicole. So can we submit it on 15th of November. I can answer it if you want, Stefano.
Sure.
Препоръчваме, възможно, нали, не отлагайте за последния момент, тъй като някой път платформата, в която качваме самите документи, от документите, които се качват, може да стане някаква грешка или технически проблем и да не успеем да качим самия проект. Естествено, нали, ще го изпратим отново, ако има такъв технически проблем, но препоръчваме да не се чака до последния момент. Stefano, if you can answer as well, I just told the student that they don't need to submit their project on 15th in the last minute. So if you can do it earlier, it will be best for them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest you to wait until the last minute. So technically, it's possible to send your project until like Italian midnight on November 15th, but I wouldn't recommend to do so because anything can go wrong. So try to prepare it in advance, and also like to give also Joanna the needed time to help you if anything goes wrong. So at least one day before the deadline should be okay.
Okay. We have another question from Veronica. Can our project PDF focus on only one project that is fully developed instead of many works?
Yes, absolutely. That's up to you. You just need to understand which way represents you best. But you can definitely include a single project or a collection of projects you like. Um, Yes, definitely. And in the PDF, you can include photos, sketches, collages. You can either include videos if you like. So you have total freedom about the material you want to include in your project.
Okay, thank you. Neda Ilieva is asking if we could walk over the criteria of the scholarship project again.
Yeah, so the required documents for being to be eligible for the scholarship are a copy of ID card or passport, the project, so the PDF file we are talking about, a certificate of English language if you want to study in English. So we accept all major English certificate, and we require a B2 level of English. About this, don't worry if you don't have it right now, because alternatively, if you don't have a certificate, we can arrange our internal test in a second moment. So don't worry about that. And a motivational letter.
Окей. Неда, и това е като цяло се отнася до всички за проекта за стипендия и за портфолиото и като цяло за документите, които изпращаме. Нали, трябва да са в PDF файлове и нека не са по-големи от 8 мегабайта, тъй като в платформата на института няма да позволи да качим по-голям файл от 8 мегабайта.
Sorry, Joanna, just to add one thing to the previous question about the criteria.
Okay.
Maybe, Neda, you were referring also to the criteria that we follow to evaluate all the projects. So all the projects will be evaluated by a panel, a jury composed of IED directors and professors, and a score between 0 and 5 will be uh, uh, awarded following some criteria. The first one is the coherence with the project brief. So describe yourself creatively. The second one is the ability to clearly communicate the message you want to convey. The third one is the originality, which is quite important, specifically this year because of the main the brief of the competition. And the last one is the overall aesthetics of the project. So I hope I answered your question, Neda.
We have one more question from Alexandra. Is 15th of November the last date for the full application or only for the project? Ами, Александра, 15 ноември трябва до 15 ноември да сме качили всички документи, които Стефано преди малко избори като лична карта, справка от училище с предмети оценки от 9 клас до момента, т.е. до 12 клас, като справката трябва да е преведена на английски език. Сертификат по английски, мотивационно писмо и проект за стипендия. Ако в момента на кандидатстването за стипендия имаме и портфолио, препоръчваме портфолиото също да бъде качено заедно с останалите документи. Но отново казвам, че е хубаво да не чакате до 15 ноември, но документите се качват заедно. Надявам се да съм успяла аз да ти отговоря. Stefano, if you want to answer her as well, I just told her that all the application pack, the full application pack should be submitted in the platform as well as the project.
Yes, absolutely.
Лилия е вдигнала ръка. Лилия, слушам или чета по-скоро. Вероника, на въпроса ти за справката, ако това е за справката от училище, има преводачески агенции, ако желаеш ще ти допълнително преводаческа агенция, с която можете да действате, но трябва да бъде преведено чрез агенция. Или ако училището ти може да издаде справката на език, ги помоли да ти издадат на английски. Но ако не могат, трябва да бъде преведена в агенция. Да, добре, ще ти изпратя утре. Лилия, само не виждам... Имаме още въпроси. Okay. Okay, we have an question from Lilia. How do you determine how much a tuition fee costs?
So yeah, tuition fees for European students are calculated according to the family income. So we usually have an enrollment fee, which is fixed for everyone. And then the rest is called the tuition fee. And we have different income brackets. That means that only after you are officially enrolled in IED, you can submit some documents related to your family situation. And then like an external office, a tax office, will tell you in which bracket you will fall, and consequently the amount of the tuition fee.
Лилия, надявам се този отговор да е отговорил на въпроса ти. Okay, we have question from Radina. Depending on the program we are applying for example, fashion design, does the project need to be connected only to fashion design, or can it be more broad to include other themes which are not connected to fashion?
Yes, absolutely. So you can, of course, cover different areas. The project, maybe I forgot to mention, but it needs to be related to the course you are applying for. So if you are interested in fashion design and you have some projects or some work related to fashion design, please include them in your scholarship project. But of course, if you have other passions or if you want to include other elements in the project, you are free to do that, of course.
Question from Kostadin. Do we need our 12th grade diploma when we are enrolling? I will answer it in Bulgarian. Костадин, трябва ти справка от училище с предмети и оценки от 9-ти клас до момента, ако все още не си завършил, ако в момента все още си 12-ти клас. Кандидатстваме с тази справка. В момента, в който вече ти завършиш и имаш диплома за средно образование, тя се превежда и легализира и вече се прилага на по-късен етап. Но за момента, към момента на кандидатстването, ако все още не притежаваме диплома за средно образование, кандидатстваме с тази справка от училище с предмети и оценки от 9-ти клас до момента, преведена на английски. За тази справка не се изисква легализация, вече дипломата се легализира, когато се получи. Надявам се аз да съм успяла да отговоря на въпроса ти. One more question from Radina. If not applying for scholarship, is only portfolio needed? And when is the deadline for applying for the 2024-2025 year as whole? If you want to answer, or if you want, I will answer.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so maybe I will answer and then you add something if you like. Yes, so if you do not participate in the scholarship competition, you are asked to submit together with the other documents. So the motivational letter and the English certificate and your passport, also a portfolio, which is required for most courses. And actually, we do not have an official deadline for applications because we have a limited number of seats for each class. So as I was saying during the presentation, we have maximum 24 students per class. And so when we reach that number, we do not accept any students. Sometimes we double classes, but it's not guaranteed every year. So of course, the sooner you apply, the better it is because you have more chances to get in the class.
Thank you. Имате ли други въпроси, на които можем да отговорим, нещо, което ви притеснява? They're waiting.
And maybe we can add that, of course, this scholarship competition is for those students willing to start their studies in 2024. So if you still have some years of high school to attend, you cannot participate this year. Every year we are launching a new competition. So just be sure that you don't submit your project because unfortunately it will not be evaluated if you're not in the last year of your high school.
Radina is asking, is there a place where we can see the requirements for the portfolio? I will answer it. Радина, както казах и в началото, като започнахме тази среща, Skyline съдейства напълно безплатно с подготовката не само на документите за кандидатстване, но и за портфолио и мотивационно писмо. Можеш да се свържеш с мен, за да разгледаме различни портфолиа, да коментираме структурата на едно портфолио, тъй като има изисквания, но не точно от самия университет, ами като цяло каква трябва да бъде структурата на едно успешно портфолио. Това можем да го коментираме в индивидуална среща, аз и ти, когато желаеш. Okay.
So I see another question from Neda about the portfolio. And Yes, you can also add your portfolio to the scholarship project, but it's not mandatory. So if you already have a portfolio ready, you can submit it together with the scholarship project. And for those of you who do not have a portfolio, is not a problem because it's not an official requirement of the scholarship competition. Just like bear in mind that if you don't get the scholarship, a portfolio might be asked in a second moment for the normal application.
We have one more question from Veronica. If we can submit our certificate of education on time, the school transcripts,
Mhm.
is there any way we can submit it later?
Yeah, so like in most cases, students applying to the scholarship competition are in the final year of a high school. So we know that you don't have your like high school certificate yet. So it's perfectly fine to submit a self declaration or the transcript of your grades you have so far. And then when you get the final and official degree at the end of high school, you will send it to us.
Veronica, под Certificate of Education, за дипломата ли говориш или за справката от училище? Regarding the transcripts, if she can submit her school transcripts on time, because sometimes in the schools here, the school can give the transcripts on time. That's what she's asking. What
Okay.
is the procedure in this case?
Well, I think there is no problem to submit a self-declaration, but of course, Joanna, we can check case by case also with the dedicated advisor who can support us. But I think there no issue.
Okay. How many drawings should we put in our portfolio? Mm,
Okay. Yeah, no, please, if you
no,
want to
no,
answer.
go on. I will just answer after you.
Okay, okay. No, well, there's no right answer to it. And again, for the scholarship project, you have freedom to do what you like. But my suggestion is to try to keep it concise. So I wouldn't go like longer than 10 pages maximum in the portfolio. And keep in mind that it should contain like a title, an introduction of the content contained in the portfolio, and then a collection of drawings or photos, but no longer than 10 pages.
Костадин, нека така да го кажа за снимките в портфолиото и за скици и за всичко. Като цяло, това, което Стефано каза, да не е по-дълго от 10 страници, това, което сме обсъждали, че е хубаво, т.е. че едно портфолио се разглежда до около една минута и всъщност трябва да сме наясно с програмата, за която кандидатстваме, за да можем да изберем правилните проекти и да ги структурираме така, че да се разбере какво сме имали предвид, какво искаме да представим с този проект, така че наистина няма правилен отговор на този въпрос. Много зависи от проектите, от скиците, които слагаме и как всъщност ги представяме в самото портфолио. Очакваме други ваши въпроси. what best catches the eye of Istituto Europeo di Design when enrolling? That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. So, yeah, actually, what we evaluate mostly during the admission process, like the normal admission process, is students' motivation. Because most of our courses start from scratch, so we will be starting the course teaching you all the basics to become a professional designer. But we know that the course itself and also the future career as a professional designer is quite intense and quite demanding. So we want to make sure that you are 100% on board on this. And so that's why we evaluate mostly your motivation. Speaking about this scholarship competition, one key element is two key elements are yourself. Again, it can sound as a cliche, but this year the project is about you. And so you need to find an original way to let the jury understand in a very few seconds who you are. Um, and the most difficult part is to do so in an original way. So consider that we have been receiving many applications. So in order to stand out, you need to find your personal way, but a very original way to present you and your project.
Thank you, Stefano, for your answer. Um, we have a question from Stefan Petrov. Can we send our English certificate later than the 15th of November, or should it be submitted together with the portfolio? That's a very good question because I have a student whose English exam is after 15th of November, but he's already um, registered to the exam. So, what is the procedure in this case?
So what we can do, since the English certificate is not mandatory, so we also have the double option to arrange the internal test, is to avoid submitting the English certificate and to opt for the English internal test with IED. And then when you receive the final results of your English certificate, you will be sending to us.
Стефан, надявам се да сме успяли да отговорим на въпроса ти. Други, други въпроси, които имате към нас, казуси, които желаете да бъдат обсъдени, отговорих в чата също така на един от въпросите. Тази среща се записва и абсолютно всички, които са се регистрирали за вебинара, ще получат видео запис от срещата и можете да я гледате и на по-късен етап. Естествено, тези, които не са успяли да се включат, тъй като вебинара започна малко по-рано. Знаем, че сте на училище и втора смяна. Ще изпратим видеозапис към абсолютно всеки един от вас. Независимо дали сте присъствали или не сте присъствали, важното е да сте се регистрирали за вебинара. Лилия Христова. How do you help with housing?
So yeah, as I said at the beginning, we do not offer accommodation inside the school because we don't have like the facilities, but we have agreements with many agencies that rent apartments or residences. Also for this, my suggestion is to start your application process as soon as possible, because in these residencies we are partnered with, we also have some safe spots. So if you apply and enroll in advance, you have more chances to to get one of these spots. But in any case, we support you in finding a solution as soon as you are enrolled.
Лилия, ние също като агенция, с която кандидатствате, изпращаме също и други опции за настаняване от агенции, които са ни предоставени от наши партниращи университети. Така че ще получите веднъж след като вече сте приети, като наближи този период, ще получите опции за настаняване в различни агенции в Италия. Естествено, винаги препоръчваме, когато, например, харесате дадено място, което искате да наемете, винаги препоръчваме да се отиде на място и да се види. Нещо друго, което искате да обсъдим в тази среща?
It seems we answered all their questions.
Yes, I think so. Stefano, if okay, we have two more questions from Nicole Encheva. Is it possible when we come to Italy to be welcomed by some of your students or professors to show us around?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can, if you happen to be in Italy or in Spain, in one of the cities we're in, we can definitely arrange a visit to show you the school, the laboratories, and everything. Yeah, definitely. So also for these, use as your main reference, Joanna, and she will contact us to arrange a visit in one of the cities.
Да, Никола, ако, например, имате ходене до Италия, до Милано и искате да ви организирам индивидуална среща в университета, да разгледате кампуса, трябва малко от по-рано да ме информирате за датите, в които ще бъдете в Италия, за да ви организирам такава среща. Като имате предвид, че институтът не приема такива срещи събота и неделя, тъй като е уикенд, така че трябва да е през седмицата. И ако имаш такова ходене в Италия, можеш да ме уведомиш от малко по-рано за датите, за да ти организирам такава среща с представител за среща и да обиколиш естествено и кампуса. We have one more question from Neda Ilieva. Are there any open days before the 2024 year?
Yes, absolutely. So the next one is the last week of November, from 25th to 30th of November. And this week is fully dedicated to the courses we offer in Spain. We have online and like physical activities. So if you happen to be in Spain, you are more than welcome to come visiting us. And yeah, also for the courses in Italy, we will have some other activities and some other open days in the coming months. And please keep checking our website for this kind of information. And as always, refer to Joanna to get the most updated information about this.
Okay, we have a question from Stefan Petrov again. Since my English certification is also scheduled on the 15th of November and I won't be able to submit it on time, am I supposed to pay for the internal ID exam? You can answer it.
No, it's free. It's free, so don't worry about that. I'm sorry that the date is the exact same date of the scholarship deadline, but it's not a problem. You can avoid submitting your certificate and like opt in for the internal test. And once you have the certificate, you can send it to us. Don't worry.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Нещо друго, което искате да обсъдим по документите. Стефано, I will ask the question now. What is the procedure from when you apply for the scholarship? Is there a motivational interview after, as well as the normal application?
No, I mean for the scholarship competition is only about the project. So we closed I said the contest on November 15th, and then in mid-December we will publish the winner of the scholarship based on the criteria we talked about before. But yes, for the normal application, we usually have also a motivational interview with the course coordinator.
What if, let's say, some of our students win the scholarship?
Yeah, so when we communicate the results of the scholarship, the winners have 3 days to confirm or not their acceptance of the scholarship, and then they have a few days to confirm the participation to the course by paying the enrollment fee. These are the steps to follow.
What is the date for this internal exam?
It's
Yeah, go on.
No, well, it's scheduled case by case, so we do not have a fixed date. Also because, as you may imagine, we have different schools with different stuff, and so we organize them case by case. So we are in direct contact with you, and we let you know.
Никол, не е точно internal exam, по-скоро интервю, с което те да установят твоята мотивация. Защо си избрала тази програма, защо си избрала института. И всъщност в момента, в който те приемат, ще организирам такова интервю те ще ни дадат определена дата, аз ще се консултирам с теб и всъщност ще изберем дали датата е подходяща за теб, дали часът е подходящ за теб. Но да, строго индивидуално е, всеки отделно ще си има такова интервю в зависимост от ангажираността и на вас, и на института. Okay, we have another question from Lilia. You said if we wanted help with housing, we should apply in advance. How much earlier should we apply for the 2025-2026 school year?
So we usually open applications 1 year in advance. So all our courses start in October. So you can apply for the 25-26 academic year from October 2024.
One more question from Nico. When can we understand if we are accepted?
We are going to publish the list of winners on our website on December 15th.
Никола, ако кандидатстваш, нали, това е за стипендията. Ако не кандидатстваш с стипендия, си кандидатстваш нормално с портфолио, до няколко седмици ще имаме обратна връзка, кога си приета. Okay, we have one more question from Radina. If once our project for the scholarship is accepted and we pay the fee, is the portfolio still required?
No. So as we said, the portfolio is not mandatory to participate in the competition. So if your project is awarded with the scholarship, you don't have to submit another portfolio.
Някакви други казуси, които можем да разплетем, с които можем с Стефано да ви помогнем да отговорим на въпросите ви. Okay, we have a question from regarding the summer courses, where would the students stay and what would the courses consist of in general?
So we have different summer courses. So we offer summer courses in most of our cities. Some of them, they are fully dedicated in one single area of design. So for example, fashion or interior design. But we also have more general summer courses touching and working on different projects, combining visual arts, interior design, or fashion. This is up to you. Of course, you can choose which one you like the most. Summer courses have different levels. So we have introductory summer courses for students without any knowledge of design or arts in general. Then we have intermediate or advanced summer courses that, of course, are for students with some years of experience in the field, or maybe they are already studying at university that specific field, but they want to have an international experience. And about the accommodation, again, it's not provided by us, but again, we have agreements with the residencies and also apartments. And so we support you to find an accommodation for those 2 or 3 weeks.
Моля, ако съм пропуснала някои от въпросите ви и не сме отговорили, да ми ги изпратите отново в чат секцията или в question and answer секцията. Опитвам се да ги следя, но все пак ако съм пропуснала някой въпрос и не сме могли да ви отговорим, моля да ми ги изпратите отново. Или ако някой се е включил по-късно в самата среща и е изпуснал нещо, иска да получи повече информация, можете отново да пишете и да зададете вашият въпрос. Okay, Stefano, while we wait, you're still sharing your screen. You can launch the video we
Yes.
discussed
Do you have
today.
it? Or okay, let me see how can I launch it.
Yeah, just a second.
Can you do it, or should I do it?
Yes, yes, I will do it.
Okay, thank you.
See problems, design proposes solutions.
Design begins with an idea, but requires action.
Making mistakes is part of change.
The sum of our creativity is what achieves global transformation.
The designer draws from the past, builds the present, and invents the future.
All design is born by and for people.
If it isn't sustainable, it isn't design.
Ideas bring life and create beauty.
Any design process questions everything.
From curiosity to innovation, the path is design.
It's always the right time to start over again.
Each designer's universe makes a difference.
Mi impegno a cambiare il mondo.
Me comprometo a cambiar el mundo
desde el diseño.
Changing the world
Through
I
design.
commit to changing the world through design. And you?
Okay. Okay, we have one more question from Radha. I think you already answered, but if we are accepted into the university, how much time do we have to confirm if we want to study there?
Yeah, so for the I saw also the answer from Radina, which is correct. So for the scholarship competition, we will publish the winners on our website on December 15th, and also winners will be notified by email. And you have 3 days to formally confirm your acceptance of the scholarship by replying to that email. You're welcome.
Because I'm seeing that more people are joining right now. I assume that most of you are just finished school. So if ако имате някакви въпроси, на които изпуснали сте и искате да ги зададете, не се притеснявайте да пишете и в чат секцията, и в question and answer секцията, за да можем да сме сигурни, че сме отговорили на всеки. Естествено, за тези, които са се включили по-късно, пак казвам, че ще има видеозапис на срещата, който ще изпратим по имейл за всички регистрирани, за всички присъствали, така че ще можете да се изгледате наново, но все пак за тези, които са се включили по-късно, ако имате някакви допълнителни въпроси, на които можем да отговорим с Стефано, ще се радваме да ги споделите с нас. Stefano, maybe we answered all of their questions.
I think so. And of course, if you have more questions, you can also be in contact with Skylines and Joanna. So good luck with your scholarship project. You don't have so many days left, but you still have time to submit it. So good luck with that. And I hope to see you soon in Jet.
Stefano, thank you once again for the lovely presentation and for all the information and for all the answered questions. На всички, които присъстваха тази вечер на тази среща, надявам се да сме ви били от полза и да сме успяли да отговорим на всичките ви въпроси. Отново казвам, че ако имате допълнителни въпроси относно портфолио, мотивационно писмо, избор на програма, документи за кандидатстване, абсолютно всичко, което ви притеснява, можете да се обърнете към мен. Повечето от вас ми знаят имейла или можете да се обърнете и към някои от колегите ни от Skylines. Отново напомням, че услугите ни са напълно безплатни и още веднъж ви благодаря, че тази вечер бяхте част от този семинар. Stefano, thank you to you too.
Thank you
for your time and for all the information. Ако нямате допълнителни въпроси към нас, ще ви оставяме. Пожелавам ви на всички лека вечер. Още веднъж благодаря ви, че се включихте и можете да се обръщате към мен по всяко време.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye, Stefano. Have a lovely night and a lovely evening. На всички останали пожелавам също приятна вечер. Още веднъж благодаря и до нови срещи. Bye.
Bye bye.